Hi everyone, this is Scott. I hope you're doing alright. This week I'm going to sketch a BERBot. I'll focus on how surface lines can make a form more interesting and help it look three-dimensional. This drawing starts really rough. I'm using the brush like a ballpoint pen, and the lines are narrow, loose, and scribbly. These early lines are just for me, so I try to turn off the part of my brain that worries about what my clients or teachers would think. For me, that kind of worrying in the early phases of a project just gets in the way. When I find a line I like, I go over it several times to darken it in. And if everything gets too chaotic, I'll erase the stuff I'm not using and maybe make the lines I like a little thinner. After a couple of sketch layers and a bunch of scribbling, I have a good form. This one needs more definition though, so I'll add regularly spaced surface lines to figure out the forms. Evenly spaced surface grids like this aren't very exciting. I wouldn't want the final drawing to be this predictable, but at this phase the grid is super useful. It helps me line things up so they're placed evenly on both sides of the form. The eyes of this robot, for example, are on the same grid line, so I know that one eye isn't higher than the other. I'll also use these grid lines to plan out panels and vents and edge lines. When this stuff wraps around the form, it makes the design look three-dimensional. It also breaks up the form visually in interesting ways. Now, instead of a large, formless silhouette, we have a three-dimensional form with interesting supporting details. The rendering layer uses three value zones: a large zone to establish the tone of the whole drawing, then a couple of smaller zones to bring out the different materials and important features. I will also spend a little time to highlight the edges of my parting lines. The highlights reinforce that these are separate panels, not just lines drawn on an unbroken surface. I'll finish with a new layer of clean, dark lines. There we go. Thanks everyone. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you soon.